Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have an unbelievable amount of information to go over. This is regarding the stuff that is coming in the upcoming Delta Force Season 2 season. There are, just like I said, a ton of stuff to go over. Balance changes, operator changes, new features, kill cams, balance changes, vehicle balance changes. The list goes on and on. I will try to timestamp everything so you guys can sort of understand the flow of the video a bit better. But enough yapping, you guys know what to do. If you enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and come by the Twitch streams as I stream every single day. First link in the description. The first section of changes we'll be going over is the balance changes, and there's so much here. So first thing we'll go over is the balance changes that apply to every single mode. So these changes apply to both Havoc Warfare and the Operations mode, and the first change is all vertical and horizontal recoil benefits have been decreased. I assume they're talking about attachments here. So say you equip an attachment that reduces vertical recoil, it will just reduce it less. Basically, they're nerfing attachments with this. The next thing that applies to all modes is stability has been increased at a base level for all weapons, reticle shake has also been reduced, and stability upside reduced by 50% for all attachments. So, like I said, if you equip something that increases stability, it will be 50% less effective now. I think a lot of these changes are aiming to sort of quote-unquote try and solve the gunplay problem, particularly in Havoc Warfare, but also in Operations. They will not succeed. These changes are not what they should do. They need to add spread to the gunplay. That is the only thing they can do to reduce the laser beam nature. Nerfing attachments and recoil and all this stuff will only make the weapons feel worse, and ultimately the game will feel worse. Moving on to Havoc Warfare specific changes now. The first change here is utterly catastrophic and potentially game destroying. The AWM sniper rifle's base damage has been increased to deal 100 damage to the chest. Yes, you heard that correctly. 100 damage. I am not sure how far it deals 100 damage, but the fact that they are essentially putting a one-shot, one-kill body shot sniper in the game for Havoc Warfare, I mean, this is the type of change that makes me want to quit the game. I'm not even joking. Combined with the fact that thermal sights may be able to see through smoke, combined with the fact that you're just going to be wall hack spotted by Luna anyway, this change is going to be utterly catastrophic for gameplay. And like I said, this type of change just makes me want to quit the game. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this actually isn't a thing. But I suppose there was also a nerf to the AWM, and the nerf is the base range of it has been decreased to 30 meters. So maybe the one-shot kill distance is only within 30 meters, but that being said, it's still going to be unbelievably irritating. The next Warfare-specific weapon change goes to the K416, which did feel significantly underwhelming. They have increased the abdominal damage from 16 damage all the way up to 21. This is to make the time to kill more consistent and to make the weapon just feel better overall. However, they have nerfed the laser stability upside. They have decreased it from plus 10 to only plus 7. That's not all, though. There have been some pretty substantial attachment changes made to the K416 as well. For long barrel attachments, the control has been decreased further from -7 to -10, and the stability has gone from +4 to +6. For the stable gas suppressor, recoil control went from +4 to +2, control went from +3 to 0, stability went from +4 to +2, muzzle velocity has seen a 30% increase, and range has also seen a 15% increase. Moving on to some operations-specific changes here. Except for the 338 Lapua Magnum AP7, all ammo damage to armor decreased. High-level ammo from 25 to 50%, low-level ammo from 0 to 25%, limb multipliers decreased from 0.6 to 0.4, the SVD marksman rifle has seen its basic damage decreased from 60 to 55, and its headshot multiplier has been increased from 1.9 to 2.2. The SV98 sniper rifle has seen some pretty significant buffs. Its abdominal damage has been increased from 16 to 21. Armor damage has been increased from 53 to 58. Head damage multiplier has been increased from 2.2 to 2.5. So the SV98 should be significantly better in the operations mode now. The SR25 marksman rifle has seen its headshot multiplier increase from 1.9 to 2.1. The same can be said for the PSG-1 that has received the exact same buff to its headshot multiplier. The M700 base damage has been increased from 55 to 61. The armor damage has been increased from 53 to 58. And the headshot damage multiplier has been increased from 2.2 to 2.5. The R93 sidearm has seen its basic damage increased from 55 to 61, armor damage from 53 to 58, and the headshot damage multiplier from 2.2 to 2.5. Desert Eagle has seen its headshot damage multiplier increased from 1.9 to 2.2, and the same can be said for the 357 revolver. Moving on to some big ammo-specific changes for the operations mode. For 9x19mm ammo, basic damage multiplier has been increased from 1.3 to 1.8, and level 1 and 2 ammo base damage multiplier has been increased from 1 to 1.2. For 45 ACP, basic damage multiplier has been increased from 1.3 to 1.8, and level 1 and 2 ammunition base damage multiplier has been increased from 1 to 1.2. For the 5.7x28 ammo type, basic damage multiplier has been increased from 1.3 to 1.6, and level 1 and 2 ammunition base damage multiplier has been increased from 1 to 1.2. For 12-gauge shotgun shells, the 8.5mm buckshot basic damage multiplier has been increased from 1 to 1.4. The 7mm buckshot has seen an increase in its basic damage multiplier from 0.75 all the way up to 1.15. Arrow-shaped bullet basic damage multiplier has also seen an increase from 0.7 to 0.85, and level 2, 3, and 4 single bullet basic damage multipliers have been increased from 4.5 to 4.8. And some strange miscellaneous changes they made. They have increased the hit range of melee attacks, and they have made the M14 marksman rifle's default firing mode to fully automatic instead of semi-automatic. Moving on to some new features that are coming with this update. They are adding kill cams to the game, which is pretty interesting. It does not specify if they're only in operations or if they're in the warfare mode as well, but kill cams are a welcome addition to the game, and I'm sure people will make good use of them when trying to decipher if someone is cheating or not. Another thing they added is this new reputation points system. Points will be awarded or deducted based on your behavior. Low credit levels may restrict you from ranked play or teaming up, while good behavior earns special rewards. On top of this, we have a slew of new things added. For the M870 and M1014, they have added a quick loader. They have added thermal sights to the game, 45-round extended magazines, 7.62 by 51 ammo has also been added, and new grenade and smoke grenade launchers for the assault and support classes, respectively. Moving on to the operator-specific changes, D-Wolf has seen a nerf to his triple blaster, the fuse delay has been increased from 2.5 to 3 seconds, and the minimum damage decreased from 10 all the way down to 1. Viren has also seen some changes, but these changes are split up between Warfare and Operations, respectively. For Warfare, his magnetic bomb damage has been increased from 100 to 125, and the range of maximum damage has been decreased all the way from 4 meters to 1 meter. Also for Warfare, his magnetic bomb damage to tanks has been decreased from 45 to 35, and his throwing distance for this bomb has been reduced as well. For Operations, Viren's magnetic bomb's fuse delay has been increased from 2.5 to 3 seconds, and its damage has been decreased from 125 to 110. Stinger has also seen some changes. The first one only applies to Operations, and this is the fact that his healing gun, his healing time for this has been increased from 20 seconds all the way up to 60 seconds, a full minute, if you use the healing gun from Stinger in Operations. Moving on to some changes with Toxic, her adrenaline skill range has been increased from 9 meters to 12.5 meters to make it easier to buff your teammates as well as yourself during gameplay. For Operations specifically, Toxic has seen her level 1 ADS time reduction increased from minus 25% to minus 30%. Level 1 and 2 hit flinch increased from minus 20% to minus 35%. Level 3 and 4 hit flinch increased from minus 40% to minus 45%. If you are confused, this essentially means that during Operations, you will be aiming down sights 30% faster and you will be taking less flinch, specifically when using Toxic's adrenaline ability. The same changes have been applied to Toxic in Warfare as well. The only difference being the buff to her flinch reduction is 5% worse, so only a maximum of 40% flinch reduction as compared to 45% in operations mode. Moving on to changes regarding Luna. These changes will be absolutely shocking because, guys, she didn't get nerfed. She actually got buffed. In operations, her shock arrow cooldown has been decreased from 45 seconds to 40 seconds. Times an enemy is hit has been increased, and the shock duration has also been increased. In Warfare, the shock arrow hitting a vehicle will show the vehicle you hit with that shock arrow on the minimap. Absolutely shocking changes here. I cannot believe they didn't nerf her spotting arrow in any way, shape, or form. Delta Force, I'm really confused. And the last operator we have to talk about in this section is Uluru, specifically operations changes for Uluru. His patrol missile fuel usage during acceleration has been increased from 2 times to 3 times fuel usage, and they have added a delay before incendiary grenade starts causing damage to players of 0.25 seconds. However, in Warfare, they have removed the incendiary damage delay from the incendiary grenade. I noticed that delay when I was playing Uluru today in Warfare. I threw an incendiary grenade on someone, and it didn't really do damage to them for about half a second. So it's pretty interesting. I'm glad they removed that, at least in Warfare. And moving on to the final patch notes section of this video, vehicle balance changes. If you enjoyed the video so far or find it informative and want to follow Delta Force, consider subscribing to the channel. And also, I just want to thank each and every one of you for hitting 75,000 subscribers. Absolutely unbelievable. And just thank you guys so much. I really can't thank you guys enough for that. The first change regarding vehicle balance is the 20mm anti-aircraft guns have seen their damage reduced to players. This was because people were essentially just using these to kill players across the entire map, and it was not that fun, so I'm glad to see them nerf that. They've also reduced the maximum range of the LAVAA's 20mm cannon, but they have increased the spread of rapid firing, and they have also increased the damage to helicopters. For the LAVAA's 30mm cannon, the bullet spread has been slightly increased, and the bullet velocity has been slightly reduced, and damage to all helicopters and players has been increased. I am not so sure increasing the damage an AA gun does to infantry is the correct move, but hey, they also increased a sniper's base damage from 85 to 100 in the chest, so, you know, who knows what's going on. Continuing with the patch notes now we're discussing the AH-1035D attack helicopter. The anti-vehicle rockets now drop faster, and the 30mm cannon's range has been reduced. When they mention the 30mm cannon, they are referring to the gunner cannon. And finally, for the M1A4 battle tank, the armor-piercing shell's damage range has been reduced, and the explosion damage to players has been increased. And for the high-explosive shells, the shell damage has been reduced, but the explosion damage to players has been increased. Again, I'm not quite sure I understand these changes. I felt as though the explosive damage of these tank shells was already pretty effective. It feels like they only have to land it near you for it to one-shot you. So I don't really get it. We'll just have to see how this plays. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy the content, if you want to follow Delta Force as a game, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that this is a good video with good information, and of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments section, and swing by the streams. First link in the description. I stream every single day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.